interpreter?
I'm not sure, but Judge, I think I can take care of this if you'll give me a chance.
Are you okay with going forward without an interpreter?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Good afternoon. This is Judge Elisa Pettis presiding over the 210th District Court criminal docket from March 12th, 2024. All matters being heard are being heard in accordance with all emergency orders, all directives regarding remote proceedings. In addition to that, we are streaming all matters live via YouTube for public viewing. Mr. Monatis, would you call our first case, please?
Calling case number 2022-0D-00512, State of Texas versus Roman George Luis. Can I have announcements, please?
William Dixon appearing on behalf of the state of Texas, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Judge Louis Gutierrez on behalf of Mr. Roman.
And Mr. Roman is appearing remotely as well, I understand, although he has maybe limited English understanding. Mr. Gutierrez, you're asking to proceed forward without a court interpreter, is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
So we are scheduled today for a probation status hearing. I understand we were originally set for a bond hearing. State dismissed the new case and then also dismissed the motion in this case. What did you think you were going to clear up, Mr. Gutierrez?
Well, I guess wanted to alert the court as to the sequence of events. So you might already know the sequence, Judge, but what happened on Mr. Roman's case is that, yes, he's on probation, and there was a new case where he was arrested back in August. On the 28th of November, the DA's office and the court signed the order to dismiss on the new case. He gets out. There's a release and detainer that's filed on that same day of the 28th of November, where he's out on this case that we're here on today. Then he does report on the 5th of December to his probation officer, but then the motion to revoke gets filed on the 8th of December. And so I think it was just a left hand, didn't realize that the right hand had already gotten rid of the case, or something happened in a clerical manner, Your Honor. And I kind of explained that to Will, and I asked for a bond or a dismissal, and Mr. Dixon, I think, could see what was going on, and that the underlying violation for the motion to revoke was the offense that was dismissed on the 28th of November, Judge. And so that's why, and I had actually simultaneously set this here for a bond hearing and everything, thinking that it wasn't going to get dismissed so quickly, Judge.
Okay, so what happened? Let me ask, Carla, are you covering this one? Let me see, is Carla here? Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so what I want to know is, I understand the dismissal of the new cases, I get it, it's up to the state. But what I want to know is why he's testing positive for cocaine in September.
He was in jail, I believe.
September 5th, 2023, he tested positive for cocaine. And there was, so he's not a model probationer, even if I, set aside the new case. And yet we were dismissing motions. I failed to see because I had not received the most updated summary. But after I reviewed, well, actually, when I was reviewing this docket, I pulled up an old case summary, and he was tested positive for cocaine. So he's not compliant with his probation, even if the new cases are getting dismissed.
Judge, we looked at the motion to revoke, and the motion to revoke that had been filed was merely fees and the new case. I did not see anything about dirty UAs. I actually thought he was in jail since August on this new case, but maybe he got picked up after that.
Is that an error, Ms. Pineda? Let me go back and look at his jail.
No, Your Honor, if I may, what happened is, that is correct. He had tested positive, and we continued having hearings. This goes back September. The last hearing, one of the last hearings, which was on November 28, 2023.
Okay.
All this was discussed as well. That's when the dismissal was also discussed on the new case. Your Honor noted the cocaine use. It was dismissed. Sorry, I'm trying to read more or less what happened that day. It was agreed that Your Honor instructed for Mr. Roman to be tested 2 times a month minimum, no contact with the CW, needed to be screened for TAP replacement due to the positive cocaine use back in September. And again, you addressed Mr. Roman regarding the contact with the CW. We were gonna have a probation status in 60 days. So fast forward to the last hearing, which was held in January. Trying to get the exact date, January 25th, Your Honor, we come back. And that last report from probation stated that Mr. Roman hadn't reported, didn't submit to the drug alcohol testing, and didn't show up for the hearing that day. So Your Honor asked for a bench warrant.
Was he already in custody at that time? I was about to check his jailings.
He wasn't in custody in the January hearing, Judge. He was unaware. That's what he tells me about that hearing. He went to talk to his probation officer, Tony Gomez, on the 5th of December, was never told about any revos or anything like that. He gets in an accident at work, which I'm actually can get the documents. And I think that's what happened in January, but I don't know.
So it sounds like we didn't have a current or an updated motion, because if we were, I remember the dismissal on the motion was solely because the new case had been dismissed. But we have issues with Mr. Roman. In terms of the date that he tested positive, it looks like he was booked that same day.
Okay.
So he has a jailing on September 5th. That's the date that's listed in the case summary as having tested positive. You know, maybe we were in agreement to screen for TAP, but it sounds like we have a bunch of other failures to comply with probation that post-date the new case. So, and those haven't been addressed. I mean, I don't know why he's not reporting for the beginning of 2024, but I am a little concerned about, you know, the quickness with which this dismissal came, and I'll own up to it. I saw the representation on the dismissal as being the sole issue, and I signed off on it. But he's not compliant with his probation.
I'm sorry, Judge. I didn't know there was any other violations. I really didn't. I just saw what was on the motion to revoke.
Hold on a second, Mr. Gutierrez. So when he got out on the 5th, when is he due to report to probation, Carlo?
The 5th of when, Judge? Are you talking about the 5th of
He got out
March?
of March 5th. So he was booked March 1st to March 5th. So he originally was September to November. Then he doesn't do anything. I say that.
No, he reports in
probation.
December. He reports in
But
December.
not January. I don't know that he was tested as I had ordered during January and February. And then he's booked in March on the bench warrant. You know, he's MIA January and February. That's what I'm hearing.
Okay.
And just for the state, all I was aware, because of the motion revoked that I'd seen, was the new case. I talked with Mr. Gutierrez about that, and because it had been dismissed, that's why I dismissed the motion to revoke. I wasn't aware of anything else. I hadn't received a new VN, so I don't have anything else to add to that. I don't know if I would have been so quick to dismiss it had I known about the other things.
Ms. Pineda,
Your Honor, I'm asking his probation officer, Mr. Gomez, when his next report date is. And he just let me know it's on March 25th. March 25th.
Did he reach out when he got released? I get is the question in March.
I want to say he did, Mr. Gutierrez, only because I do have notation here, which was kind of related to me this morning or late yesterday. Mr. Roman was to go provide a drug test, or he was instructed to provide a drug test, which was negative. So I know he did come in yesterday, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
His next appointment is March 25th at 4:30 with Mr. Gomez.
okay, when does he term?
So, Your Honor, he has 2 probation cases. I noticed there's one that wasn't on the docket for today.
What is that
There's
one?
There's a 2017 0D00480. That is the older case, and that one already termed as of 2/8/24, so February 8th. He had been extended on that one before.
Was there a
So that-
motion filed in that case?
No.
I did see there is a motion, the one from December, Your Honor, but it has no cape. It was filed without a capias.
Okay. Gets
So
even
we
weirder.
still have him, so we still have him on the 2017 case in terms of a revel, right?
I need to clarify with the clerk.
Yes,
Because of the
Judge,
no
there is an
capias.
active motion.
And then he has the 2022 probation case.
And that one?
00512. That one, he only been on probation on that one for a year. He pled on 2/9/23, and we have him on probation through 2028.
All right.
Judge,
Monday.
it doesn't sound good, and I'm apologetic because I wasn't trying to pull a fast one, but I will tell you, I didn't know about even the 2017. I thought he'd finished. I didn't even know he'd been extended. But just to kind of make it abundantly clear to my client that we're not fooling around. I don't know what classes or what you would like him to do, but right now I think we can put him on notice that he's on thin ice with you. I don't know what else we can do, Judge, but I know that
He got arrested 3 times, right? While he was on probation. I don't think your client is a good candidate for probation.
well,
I'll be honest, I want to revoke him on everything.
Well, Judge, let me just mention one thing, and that is this. The underlying reason, and this is in speaking with Mr. Gomez, the probation officer this afternoon, earlier today. He says the biggest problem your client has is his wife. She gets upset with him and she calls the cops.
And does she
That's
put the cocaine in his system too? Does she do that? I mean, come on. That's a bunch of excuses. Mr. Roman is solely responsible for his performance on probation, and that has been 0. I don't care if probation is telling him, oh, the problem is, I don't know why that's happening.
No,
But it's
I
clear
just,
to me, no, it's clear to me that he is not a candidate for probation.
I think you just made reference to the arrest, Your Honor, and that's why I was telling you. And I think that's why they dismissed, Judge. I'm not taking away from his drug use. In fact, that's what I was saying as far as counseling and things like that. But
Did he get screened for TAP, Carla? I think that was part of what I guess we discussed at the end of 2023.
Correct, Your Honor. I did ask Mr. Gomez, and there hasn't been a TAP assessment yet.
Why not? Was it ever scheduled?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
No. So since, so the state has never received an updated VN, right? With the allegations on this one, and we still have the motion on the 2017 case, right? That one's still on hold. That one is still there, right?
Yes.
yes, Your Honor.
So I think we need an updated VN going to the state. Set a probation status hearing in 30 days.
Okay, Judge.
All right.
Thank you,
And
Your Honor.
Myrna, we need to set both cases together, the 2017 0D04480 along with this case.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Carla, we need to also make sure that testing is happening the way it's supposed to be. I guess he tested yesterday, but what was his testing schedule? Was it just every month or what was it?
The problem, Your Honor, was that he didn't report to probation in January. And so they hadn't talked to him since his release back in early December, late November. And then he didn't report January. That's when he missed the hearing. And then he didn't show up, I guess, in February because he didn't report till yesterday.
And then we need the capias on the 2017 motion. I mean, I don't know how we missed that when it was issued. I mean, he needs to be picked up on both cases, quite frankly. I mean, I'm not going to keep him on probation, Mr. Gutierrez.
You're not going to keep him on probation, is what you said?
That's right.
Okay, Judge. Can we turn him in? Or do you want us to turn him in? Is that what you're asking, Judge?
Once I get, When we issued the bench warrant, no, that didn't include, that was from December, Carla, or when was the bench warrant?
The bench warrant was from January 25th, I believe. Let me just double check.
And that was for
it's
his failure to appear?
in court, yes. January 18th, I apologize.
All right, so at the very least, on the 2017 case, that's what we need. Okay, we're gonna do a probation status here in 30 days. I'm not understanding, you know, he went 2 months without doing anything. But we also didn't schedule, like, he didn't get an appointment set. You know, there was nothing for, like, nothing happened after December, you know. All right. All right, 30 days, please, both cases.
And Judge, do you want me, I guess the court won't entertain a voluntary surrender or anything like that?
Well, not at this time. I mean, I want to see, well, I mean, we have the motion. What are you going to be filing, Mr. Dixon, on the 2017 case?
I guess,
I mean, he termed in February, right?
yeah, so I don't know if I can even file anything if he's already termed.
Your Honor,
heard-
I think it's going to
Yeah.
have to be just on the 2022 case where the an updated VN will be submitted.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess to allege the last failure to report for the last 2 months.
That
But
wasn't
I don't
no
know
motion.
that I don't know that the 2017 we can allege anything on there anymore.
I'm not suggesting allege more, but if there was no capias attached to that motion, I mean, he needs to be picked up on it, right? I mean, there was a motion without a capias.
And I don't know why capias wasn't issued. Generally, we always do, but my understanding of the capias has not been issued before he terms, that he terms out and we can't do any more about it.
Yeah, he's not staying on probation. He just keeps getting break after break after he doesn't comply.
You know, Judge, I would like to show you at least some things that happened in January. I know that your tolerance is kind of exhausted on this guy, but if we look at the fact that possibly in August, this whole thing was fabricated from the wife. I'm not condoning the drug use, but from what I hear from Mr. Gomez, and I'm sure he can be with the court, he was not like the worst probationer. Okay, he's been good. Now he gets picked up on the 5th of September. He spends 2 months in jail. He gets out, he reports, and then something happens at work, is what I'm told. I'd like some documents to back that up. And then the warrant goes out. But he thought he was fine come December 5th. He never knew the revocation that he'd already been released on was coming around the corner. He got ambushed in a way because he thought he was done. Both cases got dismissed on the 28th of November. So I understand, and we will go and I mean, I'd like to prove to the court that this guy can be a good probationer, and I'd like to at least turn him into you and let him continue. But he was not the worst guy, but maybe Tony Gomez needs to, maybe he'll correct me.
He was on the 2017 case, he was on probation for 1 year. Is that right? Hold on.
I don't know anything about, I'm trying to find that case, frankly. What is the cause number of that case?
In 2023, is that right, Carla?
Let me, it's because I know he's been extended, Judge. Let me just.
Oh,
find
he
it.
pled in 2017. His probation was amended in 2023 for an additional year, I guess.
Yes, so it was a 5-year probation back on May 25th, 2017, and then he got extended.
I feel comfortable
When-
saying that if I go back and look at his probation there, he certainly wasn't a model probationer if after 4 years, 5 years, 4 years, he had to get extended. And then he exited his probation with a motion alleging that he was not complying with his probation. So that doesn't sound like a model probationer.
Yeah, I get it, Judge, except I think what the allegation was and the extension and everything else happened to be another family violence. And I don't know the story behind the 22 case, but I can just suggest to the court that sometimes when you're put in a probation rebel / family violence, as a lawyer, you're going to cut a deal if you can keep them on probation.
Well, I don't know
I'm just
why
saying
you
that.
need to
I'm
cut
just saying.
deals when you're doing what you're supposed to. So,
Well, it's like I said, what the probation officer said today was the wife. And I don't know, Judge, I'm just saying. If I could find out more, and I wanted to turn him into you, Judge. I know you got a warrant out, or you're going to have one shortly.
all right, we'll come back in 30 days.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right. You're excused, Mr. Roman.
Judge, may I be excused?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Mr. Dacotes, where are we starting, Mr. Monares?
On page 18, Contreras Mario. Annex, can we have Contreras Mario?
Thank you, Judge.
All right, calling cause number 2023-0D06685, State of Texas versus Mario Contreras. May I have announcements, please?
William Dixon appearing on behalf of the state of Texas, Your Honor.
Carl Dacotes for Mario Contreras, ready, Your Honor.
And Mr. Contreras is appearing remotely from the jail annex. We are set for a bond hearing. Mr. Dacotes, you may proceed.
Thanks very much, Judge. The client's 31 years old, went to El Paso High School, has a DWI in his history, and the offer is 5 TDC on this charge, which involves his nephew is the alleged complaining witness, who's an undocumented 22-year-old man who was staying with my client's mom. So this is a family deal.
Mhm.
And then the mom nor the family, as of like a week ago, don't know where the CW has gone to. Maybe the state does. He may or may not have been deported. Again, the offer is 5 TDC. There was allegedly a knife. We would say that there was no knife, that it was a misunderstanding. And we're really hoping for some relief. Defense is aware that at $10,000, I believe, it's fairly reasonable considering the gravity of the charge. But we're hoping that my client can get out and continue working as he has for the past 7 years at Mimbella Construction and go back to his wife and his 3-month-old child, brand new baby. We're hoping for some relief. Thank you for your time, Judge.
Mr. Dixon?
In regards to criminal history, I'm showing there's also a fail to ID for fictitious info, but that stems out of this case when the police came to check on the victim and figure out what was going on. The defendant allegedly gave a false name, and so that's pending. And I also show a pending resisting arrest, but I don't see a case number for that. And there are some warrants out of Midland, and maybe Mr. Dacotes can give more information on that. I don't see anything on our rap sheet other than what I see on the report saying that there were warrants out of Midland. The complaining witness in this case says that the defendant headbutted him and he had been drinking, and that he grabbed a small knife and attempted to stab him in the abdomen area, and there was a knife found in the sink. Those are the facts. I believe $10,000 is a sufficient bond, but I will leave it up to the court's discretion. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Dacotes, has he lived in El Paso his entire life? I did see that there was a wanted subject. I think it's for resisting as well out of Midland. So does he live here? Does he live in Midland? What's the deal?
We've looked into the Midland thing. I think it's not a huge deal, but we're not on it. So we don't know much about that. He is from El Paso, like I said, El Paso High, and maybe he was doing construction out there. I don't mind us asking him about the Midland thing.
I just want to know where he lives. Like, is he
Oh,
been-
he lives here. I have an address, Your Honor, if you would like it.
how
I
long
have
has
I'm sorry.
how long has he lived in El Paso? Entire life?
I believe so, Judge.
He's nodding yes. All right. Anything else?
Yes, Your Honor, if you're inclined to lower the bond, I would ask that there be a stay away order from the victim, whose name is Angel Yushir, Yushir Valenzuela Contreras.
All right. So it is split 10-30. The request to reduce the bond is denied. I think that's
Thank you,
reasonable
Judge.
for the allegation. Thank you very much.
I understand. I have Palafox also. I'll be
Yes,
here
sir.
patiently. Thank you.
We're next. Palafox is next.
Okay, and Your Honor, may I be excused?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Palafox, is that you?
Yes.
Okay. Calling cause number 2019-0D07105, State of Texas versus Ismael Palafox. May I have announcements, please?
Chantal Ortega for the state. The state is ready.
Carl DeCote for Ismael Palafox. Ready, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. And Mr. Palafox is appearing remotely. I think I remember this case. We had him in the middle of the plea, I think. Had him transferred and he is back. I don't know why Odyssey is not letting me report.
I show him competent as of 2:15, Judge.
So with that, are we prepared to set this for a plea, or is there something else going on?
We're hoping to plead once again, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm going to ask, are you all ready to do it today?
Yes, Judge, I believe you previously had the plea papers for this criminal mischief. The only thing in addition is that the state had filed a Brady notice on the officer, and I did mention it to Mr. Palafox last time.
Judge,
Okay.
I'm not at the courthouse, but if you wanted me to, I can go down to the courthouse.
You know what I would like to do is schedule him for an in-person plea on Thursday. That will, I guess, assure the court that there are no other concerns. And I just would prefer to have it done in person.
Sure.
In the interim, I'll go back and look at, as long as nothing else is changing on the plea papers, just do it in person. I think that'll be better. I actually
Sounds
had
good to me.
realized who this was. So we'll bring him on Thursday, Mr. DeCote's 11 a.m. for an in-person plea.
Thanks very much for your time.
Mr. Palafox, we'll see you on Thursday, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
You too. Take care.
Bye.
Miss Solis?
Sorry, Judge, she stepped out to finish this. Let me go get her for you, Judge. Give me 1 second.
Alrighty.
Your Honor, that's it for the annex. May we be excused?
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
DDF, can we have Smith 1, please?
I apologize, Judge. I had a Mandarin interpreter at my last hearing and we couldn't figure out the interpretation mode.
Wow.
It was a juvenile court, so I couldn't, they had all the parties present.
No worries, Miss Solis. I know you're a busy lady. Okay. Is this Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Alrighty. Calling cause number 2023-0D02131, State of Texas versus Juan Smith. May I have announcements, please?
Chantal Ortega for the state. The state is ready.
I'm Sally Solis on behalf of Mr. Smith, Your Honor. Ready to proceed.
And Mr. Smith is appearing remotely from the downtown jail. We are set for both a review and a bond hearing. It's probably going to be the same kind of thing. So Ms. Solis, you may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor. I did file this motion to reduce bond, Judge. My client's been in custody, I think going on 2 weeks. Your Honor, this was a non-arrest. The alleged incident occurred back in 2021. So November 29, 2021. I believe he was taken to the hospital, there was a blood draw, and this warrant was actually issued on May 17th of 2023.
Okay.
The bond amount is 100,000 cash surety, 10,000 PR bond. He was not aware that he had a warrant. He resides here in El Paso at 8312 Mount Tibet with his brother, Robert Smith, and his elderly mother. They all reside at that address. He was working, Your Honor, but since the incident, he had a stroke, so he's no longer working. He actually applied in August of 2022 for disability, and he has a case pending with Reyes and Reyes. Because of the stroke, he is on current medications. He also was isolated at the jail because I believe he had shingles. So he became of the warrant because they went to a funeral for a cousin, and on their way back from the funeral, the warrant came out and he was arrested. So he had no knowledge of it at all. Your Honor, the bond is really high, given the fact that he does live here. He is a U.S. citizen. I've had really good contact with his brother and mother. I respectfully request that the court would consider a lower cash surety bond. Your Honor, they are able to make maybe a 5,000 cash surety bond with PR conditions, of course. And just to let the court know, he's not driving. I believe it's his left side. He can't really see well out of it. He doesn't function well. So his brother's actually the one who's been taking him everywhere.
Okay. Is that everything, Ms. Solis?
It is, Your Honor.
Thank you. I just, I mean, I am looking at the bond order from jail magistrate has that, surety cash portion at 100,000. I hate to ask, what number DWI is this?
From my knowledge, it is a third.
Ms. Ortega?
Your Honor, it's a fifth.
Okay, I did see a pen trip in 2009. Was that the last one?
Yes, Your Honor. So he was revoked, just to clarify, on that 2001, he was revoked from the 120th. That was a 3 TDC pen trip. He picked up another one after that, a 2009 0D04653. That was a conviction back in 2009. So that would be the most recent one compared to this one that's before the court.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Ortega, if you have anything else for the court.
Only that, I mean, these are all spaced out, but the 95 case appears that there was some sort of accident involved. The only records I could find were requests for hospital records. We have the 98 case that was a conviction. We have the 2001, which I just told the court had been revoked out of the 120th for 3 TDC, and then another traffic stop in 2009 that yielded another DWI. This one was a traffic stop. The BAC is alleged to be 0.255, and he told officers that the person that he was with gave him a drink.
Just to ask, I'm sorry, you're showing that the last one was 2009. Is that correct?
That's what I'm showing.
2009, okay.
Yes.
Okay, anything else, Ms. Ortega?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Solis?
No, Your Honor, just, I mean, this was a traffic stop, like I mentioned. I did dig up this one, but the incident was, gosh, almost going on 3 years. I guess it took, back then, I guess COVID was still kind of around, so it's taking longer for the lab reports to occur. So, like I said, the warrant was issued in 2023, but he wasn't aware of it at all. But I still, he's not driving, Judge. He's applying for disability. I mean, I still think the bond is a little high. I understand he has a prior, but it was in 2009. 15 years ago. I did review the case on Portal. I did see that there's videos and everything. I know there's been no recommendation yet, but I was hoping to get some type of bond because I know there's also been some issues with him receiving the medications that he's currently taking for the stroke and some other issues that he's had.
Yeah. And you said what, the blood came back on this one 0.2 something, 0.25 or 225?
Yes,
something like that?
255, Judge.
All right, so I am going to, because the bond is a little high. Let me go back to the bond order. So I am going to reduce the bond, but with this being a fifth, Ms. Solis, no, not anywhere near you're suggesting. But the bond is high, so let me go back. Why can't I find the bond?
It's 100 cash surety, 10 PR, and he's fine with whatever the condition the court wants to impose. Like I said, he's not driving. His brother would be the only one taking him to and from. His mother's elderly, so obviously she's not going to be the one taking him anywhere.
Yeah, I'm going to reduce the cash surety portion to $40,000. His PR component will remain at $10,000. He's to report once a month to the PR bond office, curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. He may not operate a motor vehicle subject to testing. He is to obtain a portable monitoring device that he tests 4 times a day. Subject may not use any illegal drug or alcohol, commit no new offenses, maintain current contact information with pretrial services. Also may not change his place of residence or leave El Paso County without court permission. Let me see.
Your Honor, would the court consider a $20,000 cash surety bond?
No, ma'am. No. So that's going to be the order.
Yes, sure.
If he is able to bond out, he has 7 days to obtain the portable monitoring device. So that'll take care of our review. In terms of the bond as well. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. You know, he was driving. That's what I don't understand. He was driving. If he's not supposed to be, if he's supposedly he's not driving. I mean, if you look at the report here, he ran a stop sign at a high rate of speed, whatever that is worth.
Your Honor, are you referring to the incident date? Because that, I guess it was back in 2021, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm. So that predates some of his health issues. Is that what
Yeah, he did have a stroke, but that happened after the incident.
Okay.
So he has not been driving since that date.
What I want to emphasize to your client in the event he bonds out, don't let me find out you're driving, Mr. Smith, because that'll be the first thing I put you back in jail for, okay?
I'm not
No
driving, I
driving.
can't see, no, Your Honor.
I understand, but stranger things have happened. People tell me they can't drive all the time, and lo and behold, when I run you for tickets, they're there, you're driving. Just don't do it. Make sure
Yes,
you
ma'am.
follow all your bond conditions.
Yes.
On this one, let me see.
I'm just trying to get home so I could take my meds right.
Mr.
I
Smith
don't
doesn't say
see,
anything.
I don't see a trial track, so we need to put this on an expedited trial track. What I mean by that is maybe 6 months. I think we're scheduling into October, so more or less that timetable, Ms. Solis. We'll get you set, okay?
Yes, sure. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you,
Can you excuse-
downtown, I believe. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Mr. Reynolds, who are you here for?
Judge, I was here for a bond hearing on Benjamin Gomez.
Okay, they filed a competency motion, so we transferred him to the 384th.
Oh, okay. Well, may I be excused then?
Yes, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Tega, anything else?
That's it? No, I had Miss Rubio also on here, so.
Attorney canceled.
Okay,
Attorney canceled the bond hearing.
nice. All right. Thank you, Judge.
Bye. Have a good
May I
day.
be excused? You
You
too.
may. Thanks, Erica. Bye.
Bye-bye.